Hey everybody, John Good here once again. Hello and greetings from Shawano, Wisconsin. Okay, we are empty. Today once again is Sunday, November 13th, 2016. The local time here is 1:01 p.m. Baby Blue and I are on our way to Little Chute, Wisconsin. And we're delivering this load tomorrow. It turns out it's near Fort Wayne, not exactly Fort Wayne. Woodburn, Indiana. Delivers tomorrow at 9 a.m. Little Chute, Wisconsin is 43 miles from here. Oh boy, I forgot to turn the reefer on. Oh boy. I gotta make sure I pre-cool that thing to 0. Otherwise, they ain't gonna load me. On-ramp over here with a little parking space. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Alright, I'd like to address Paul Dicknicker from Chicago, Illinois, I believe. Paul comments, or he has an issue of me voting for Donald Trump. Just simply because supposedly how Donald Trump talks and treats women. Okay, he has an issue of me voting for Donald Trump because I'm a Christian. Paul, what's my faith got to do with Donald Trump? I mean, if I was to not vote for Donald Trump because of his treatment to women or his sinful ways. Remember, Paul, everybody's sinful. Everybody's a sinner. Just because what? I'm supposed to wait in the sideline until a true Christian candidate goes in? Of course not. You gotta deal with the cards you're dealt with. And again, Paul, first of all, the biggest reasons I did not vote for Hillary is, well, simply because she's a pro-choice and she doesn't believe that marriage is between a man and a woman. And she doesn't believe the Constitution of the United States is a dead document. She believes, I think, that the Constitution can be interpreted by any generations or whatever the will of that generation is. That right there is, a no-brainer. I mean, you talk about I should vote for somebody or not vote for somebody, or based on my faith that I should vote for somebody or not vote for somebody. And that's exactly that. How can I vote for someone that does not believe the sanctity of life? Look, you guys can believe whatever you want. You guys can vote whether you believe it's just a fetus or a baby. That's not the argument. And please don't criticize me about or debate me about it. It's not yet, it's not yet a human being because it's not yet born. I'm not going to get into that debate because that debate is, well, they're still debating that for thousands of years. Whatever. On Donald Trump, his issues is he believes that abortion is wrong. He believes that marriage is between a man and a woman. And he believes that the Constitution is the law of the land. Simply that, I mean, another thing too is, as I said before, Hillary is just going to be another politician's. Nothing changes in Washington. It's going to still be, the rich is going to be the rich. The establishment is going to be the same old thing. Just try something new. And let's face it, the credibility of Hillary is absolutely shot. And don't you agree? I could just hear some people say, well, those charges are all just made up. If they were all made up, how come they're talking about pardoning Hillary? You can't pardon somebody who did not commit a crime, right? Okay, I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt that she's perfectly innocent, that she did not break any laws. Well, I'll wait until January 28th. See if Obama will not pardon her or pardon her. If Obama pardons her, that means she really did something. And I said the other day, if Obama was to pardon her, I seriously doubt that you and I would possibly ever know the extent of her crime, because, well, let's face it, Obama likes to hide between the national security curtain, especially the embarrassing criminality that this administration has done. Can you imagine, even Congress does not have the clearance to know certain things? I mean, oh, well, I can go on and on and on, but basically do I think that Donald Trump is a good guy or a Christian man? Of course not. But I do believe that he is better for this country than Hillary would. And as far as him without any experience, well, Ronald Reagan didn't have any experience. He turned out to be one of the best presidents in our time. A friend of mine said, you don't have to be the smartest guy in the room. You just have to find the right people to surround you. Well, history will judge. You know, basically, it's really not about Donald Trump. Donald Trump did not put him in office. I voted according to the millions and millions of views of Americans in this country. The presidency is not a man, it's an institution. He is just the representative of what the will of the people. Am I a homophobe or racist or whatever name you guys come up with because I voted for him? Well, then I guess half of the country are in that label then? Yeah, the internet's full of, well, I guess the United States is not ready for the first female president. You know, as I said before, Hillary is the testament of how ready the country is for a female president. That's how she almost won. She almost won. That means the country is really ready for the first female president. Why she lost? Well, her credibility was shot. You know, I bet you if any other woman ran for president, I bet you they had a better chance than Hillary did. I did not vote for or not vote for any candidate because of their gender. And lastly, Paul, let me say this. Even if Donald Trump had the worst economic idea, but he stood for sanctity of life, and he stood for marriages between what biblical marriage is, I would have still voted for him. All this economic stuff takes a back seat. Because if I was to vote for somebody that had a perfect plan of economic to make this country great again, but they are for abortions and they go against the will of God, it's kind of like, well, let's sink 1,000 babies. That way our economy will boom. Or let's sacrifice how many number of people for the sake of economy. That's the way I look at it. And it ain't gonna happen, Paul. So I don't know why you have a hard time with my decisions to vote for Donald Trump. Again, Paul, the alternative was not a choice. And staying home not to vote is another not a choice. I think I have explained myself and said my piece, so I'll be quiet now.